The terrifying true documents of an encounter. J'ba Fofi, a legend born in fear. Welcome back. I'm Hudson Gray. Thank you for tuning in to another cryptid deep dive. There's a reason the J'ba Fofi, known to locals as the Congolese Giant Spider, haunts the whispers of the Congolian Rainforest. This isn't just folklore passed down to frighten children into obedience. The accounts of this creature go far beyond myth, rooted in tangible fear and chilling eyewitness reports that even the staunchest skeptics would struggle to dismiss. What you're about to hear isn't a tale of fantasy or fiction. This is a documented account, an intersection of history, science, and the unexplainable. We'll journey through the journals of Douglas Arnott, a man who mapped more than just terrain in the Congo. He mapped the boundaries between what we think we know and the terrifying truths we refuse to see. Arachnids that time forgot. Before we dive into Arnott's story, let's consider a few things. Tarantulas, the largest spiders in the world, have a lineage stretching back millions of years. Over 1,100 species have been identified, with the Goliath bird eater holding the title of the biggest, its legs spanning up to 11 inches. But even the Goliath pales in comparison to what the J'ba Fofi could represent. Imagine a spider larger than a dog, lurking in the dense, oxygen-rich rainforests of Central Africa. A creature capable of taking down prey far beyond the limitations of its known relatives. This isn't a giant leaping out of nowhere. It's a predator perfectly adapted to the untamed wilderness of the Congo. Douglas Arnott, mapping the unknown. Douglas Arnott wasn't a man prone to exaggeration. As a Scottish cartographer, his job was to document the realities of the land, not embellish them. From the 1960s to the 1990s, Arnott explored vast stretches of Africa, creating detailed maps that connected cities, jungles, and remote villages. It was during one of these expeditions in 1978, deep in the Congolian rainforest, that his life and his perception of reality changed forever. Of no more than 60 people, Dakar sits at the heart of the Congo, surrounded by humid jungle teeming with life. The villagers warned him of the J'ba Fofi, a spider larger than anything seen in the known world. Arnott, a man of science, dismissed these tales as folklore. That is, until the village boy returned from the river in hysterics. Fear in the shadows. The boy's cries of J'ba Fofi sent a ripple of panic through the village. Mothers began to pray. Men clutched charms and whispered under their breath. Even Arnott's guide, Joseph, a man he thought rooted in reason, joined in the prayers. That was the first crack in Arnott's skepticism, but it wouldn't be the last. Days later, while trekking through the jungle, Arnott recorded seeing the largest king baboon spider he'd ever encountered. It measured at least 10 inches across, or so he claimed. Was it a king baboon, or was it something more? Was Arnott understating the size out of disbelief, or fear? The night of October 5th, Arnott's final encounter is where reality and terror collide. On that night, he awoke to faint whimpering from the children's room in the modest home where he was staying. He entered the room to find two of the children cowering in the corner, their eyes fixed on the cot by the window. What he saw next would haunt him for the rest of his life. A spider, at least 4 feet in length, stood over the lifeless body of a young child. His name was Baby Albert. Its brown, matted hairs glistened in the moonlight, and its massive fangs, each 6 inches long, were still sunk into the child. For a moment, Arnott froze. The creature raised its front legs in a display of dominance, dwarfing the cot. And then, as if satisfied, it crawled back out through the open window, vanishing into the night. The Congo Basin spans over 500 million acres of dense, untamed rainforest. It is the second largest tropical rainforest on the planet, home to species so rare and elusive, they often remain unseen by human eyes. This sprawling wilderness isn't just a haven for the known, it's a reservoir of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Among the countless creatures that dwell within its depths are spiders, arachnids that have thrived on Earth for over 300 million years. The Congo hosts a variety of species, from the African hermit spider, with its intricate funnel webs, to the Pachybolus caelestis, a jumping spider discovered high in the forest canopy. These spiders, while fascinating, are merely the surface of what the Congo may hold. And these stories don't exist in isolation. In 1938, Reginald and Marguerite Lloyd described seeing a giant spider with legs nearly 3 feet long in the Congo. The Congo is vast, its dense foliage impenetrable in many areas. Entire ecosystems thrive without human interference. And as the world's rainforests continue to shrink, so too does the chance to study creatures like this before they disappear forever. Modern science demands hard evidence, a specimen, a photograph, or even an irrefutable set of footprints. When it comes to the J'ba Fofi, the evidence lies not in bones or bodies, but in the consistency of the stories that span decades and cultures. Is it possible for a spider of this size to exist? Biologists argue that arachnids face physical limitations that would prevent such growth. Yet, the Congo's unique environment, with its high oxygen levels and dense biodiversity, could challenge those assumptions. After all, the rainforest isn't just a place where life survives, it's where it thrives. The stories of the J'ba Fofi remind us of one simple truth. There is still so much we don't understand about this planet. That's why these legends matter. They pull us into the unknown. They challenge our skepticism. They keep us searching. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed exploring the terrifying, the mysterious, and the unexplained, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay questioning.